What's going on, people? It's me, TheRealMossi, with another bunch of Battlefield 3 tips for you. This time I'm going to help out all the tank noobs out there. Yeah, I know who you are. I'm watching you through my thermal optics. Alright, I have some fundamental tips to help out beginners who want to improve their tank game. So let's get started. First of all, whether you're driving the tank or you're in the gunner's seat, always use the engineer kit and have the repair tool available. Let's start off with the driver. If you're the driver, always keep moving, especially when engaging an enemy tank. Don't stand still while shooting. Moving makes it harder for the enemy to aim and hit you. Move behind obstacles and use them as cover. Pop out and fire at the enemy, then move back behind cover while your weapon reloads. If the enemy is standing still, use the boost function to pick up speed and ram right into him with your tank. This is going to force his main cannon upwards at an angle, so he won't be able to hit you for a couple of seconds. You can use this time to get off an extra shot and take him out. Also, try to hit enemy tanks from the side and rear to inflict the most damage. If you hit him from the rear, you can take him out with 2 shots, whereas if you hit him from the front, you'll need to hit him a total of 5 times. On the other side of things, make sure the front of your tank is always pointed at the enemy, so they can't hit you from the sides or the rear. When you're in battle, always adjust your position so the enemy can only shoot at you from the front. If you have trouble driving the tank and you keep getting stuck, switch to third-person view so you can get a better view of your surroundings. Then, switch to first-person view when engaging the enemy. If you see an enemy running up to your tank to plant C4s on it, hit the boost button and move away from him as fast as possible. There's no way he can keep up at that speed, and when you move away, you have a clear shot to take him out. Alright, now for mines. If you run over 2 AT mines, your tank will blow up. That's a bad thing. So always scan high traffic areas before entering. This is where the gunner comes in. If you're the gunner, for God's sake, spot. I stress this in a lot of my videos. You can spot enemy infantry, vehicles, and gadgets like mines. So always scan the path ahead of the tank while mashing the spot button. And I know I've said this one before too, but it's worth saying again. When the driver is engaging an enemy tank, get out and repair. Don't sit in the gunner's seat and shoot at the enemy tank with the mounted LMG. It does no damage to heavy armor. So make sure there aren't any enemy infantry around and jump out and repair your tank from a safe side. That is away from the side of the tank where the enemy is shooting. This should be automatic. As soon as the driver sees an enemy tank and is in range to attack it, the gunner should jump out and start repairing. If you do this, I guarantee you'll win the vast majority of tank fights you get into. And finally, please don't shoot non-stop when there's nothing to shoot at. It gets really annoying, and on top of that, it gives away your position to the enemy. Every time you fire, your tank shows up as an orange icon on the enemy's minimap. This takes away the element of surprise, so if you keep shooting non-stop, the enemy will always know where you are, and your driver won't be able to sneak up behind enemy tanks or soldiers. One more very important tip, communicate. If you both have mics, it'll be great, but you don't need a mic to communicate. If the gunner shoots at something, the driver should use the tank icon to see where he's shooting and help him out. Alright guys, I hope these tips help you lose your tank noobiness. Noobginity? Whatever you want to call it. If you're a beginner, give tanks a try. They're really fun. Hopefully these tips will make tanks a little more accessible and a little less intimidating to beginners. When you're ready, check out the best tank setup videos. They're on screen right now. In those, I explain the different options available for tank loadouts and give you some of the best loadouts for different situations. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe if you want more. Thanks again, I'm TheRealMossi. Tell your friends about me.